10:28 at 10 o'clock. So the graders came in here and started cutting it at this grade here, which kind of wasn't what we talked about. So what we've done is came in here and we've taken the elevation of the bottom of the pipe, and we're going to go 2 blocks lower than that with our base, with the top of our gravel. So essentially what the boys are doing now, what I've done is gone in here and cut all this down to the bottom of the pipe there, elevation, and the boys are coming in here now and putting in their base at that elevation, and that's our first grid layer there, which is level with the bottom of the pipe at the opening here. It's got a pretty significant rise on it, so it looks a little weird, but either way, that's kind of where we're at on that. The grader dug out a little bit more where the mini's sitting there. They dug out a little bit too much right there, so what they're doing is they're building that back in there now as we go, and then we'll build into it. And they're trying to give us the final grade, so that way we know what our elevation, what the bottom of our elevation should be, because we want to keep about 2 blocks, a block and a half buried in the end of the slope at all times, so at least minimum. So that's why I've got those guys over there building that slope out, so we know what we've got and where we're supposed to be at and everything. Waiting on that traco there to regen. I had to go up there and cut some of this loose stuff here off because it kept wanting to fluff off. I'll wait till the boys get this area here built with the first layer of grid, and then I'll cut the rest of that loose stuff there off, just because we're gonna have some fall off. So as I'm cutting it out, as you can see, I've already cut this out and we had a bunch fall outs, but as soon as that traco gets through regenning, I'll bring it down here and I'll cut this side down to that grade that we've got established over there for the length of whatever it is we need to have, and do the same process over there. We'll build the slope, whatever the finished grade of the slope is supposed to be, and then we'll start cutting into the slope as we get to it, and that's pretty much how we're going to build this one. We do have 12 feet from face of wall to the back cut there, so we're going to be putting in 12-foot grids every 2 courses, so we should be good to go. I'll get us another video here in a little bit. Okay, here's just a quick little lunchtime update. I started on the other side of the pipe, excavating that area out, so the guys can jump over here and make sure we get both elevations as close as we can, so that way when we get to the top of the pipe, we don't have a weird situation where we're a half a block lower over here or over there or whatever. So the grader worked on filling this in. This is kind of close to finished grade, so we kind of know what our steps need to be from here on out. We'll take the traco and pull some of this loose soil and stuff out of here, and as we build these slopes, as we build this up, we'll pull some of that dirt down and pack it and open that slope up and get all of that area there taken care of. Like I said, I'm working on pulling this one out. It'll be the same grade as this side over here. We'll go to the bottom of the pipe here at the spillway, and I'll just cut it level as far as I need to get into that, to 2 feet past the face of that slope at the bottom of it, and then we'll start stepping in to this slope as we're doing over here as well. So we're coming along with it. It's taking just a little bit of time. Marcos come over here and got this base put in over here, so we're, you know, right at the bottom of the pipe there with the top of our second block, which works out pretty good. And then this will be our layer of grid here. We're good. Alrighty, it's officially November. No shave November. First day I shaved in 3 months, so go figure. Here's my Tuesday morning update. Monday it rained, so we didn't even come out here yesterday. So That's why we're doing an update today. The guys did work Saturday. They got this side of the pipe put in and buried some of the block just to make sure that if this pond did fill up, it would have a hard time getting into our block over here. But I believe we wound up with 6 lines over here. 6 líneas aquí? I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think we got 6 lines over here and we got 10 over there. So either way, we wound up with some block in the ground over here, and then of course the guys backfilled the face of it just to make sure we didn't have any soak through if we did gather up quite a bit of water in this pond. But luckily the grader was actually right, and this pond doesn't get a whole lot of water as of right now. Some reason or other, this project has like 12 ponds in it for some reason, so this pond is just catching maybe a quarter of the project. So either way, it worked out pretty good. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right this second. We got the base in for the most part, and we're gonna strip off some wet stuff here and get going at it again today. See what we can do. I'll get you another update here in a bit. Alrighty, that's a lunchtime update, which doesn't feel like it's lunchtime because the sun's still behind the mountain over there. But you can kind of see where the guys have cut block to fit around that pipe there and such. And we're trying to get this side here built up the same level as this side over here, just so that pipe doesn't move around on us. So yeah, they're working on that. Since we don't have any plans on this one, I built out this slope here all the way to the face of the wall, just so I can make sure that where Freddy's at there, we're deep enough into the slope that the edge of the wall doesn't kick out. It looks like we're about 2.5 blocks into the slope there, so that's pretty good. And then we'll step up and do another about 2.5 blocks into that slope. So we'll be in good shape then. That wall, that end over there, still got to go probably another 10 feet or so. Got to go about another 10 feet into the slope there, and then it'll be a vertical section of wall there. So that's kind of an update for right now. Let's see what we are about. I'm gonna say this is probably elevation 990, 999, roughly somewhere in there. At the top of this section of wall here. So, all right.